Hi, Ernest. Um, I just wanted to respond to your Schopenhauer video just because it was, wow, pretty amazing, I thought, in that it made me think about a lot of stuff. Namely that, well, I've had a lot of years of school in my life, much more than the average person. Somehow I managed to always avoid philosophy class. So I know relatively little about philosophy, other than what you can get in a general sense from English or history or any of the other sort of humanities classes that someone might have taken. So my first thought regarding sort of this idea of suffering and life being suffering, um, yeah, it made a lot of sense, especially some of the analogies that you use, particularly the one about the you don't notice anything except for the ache in your foot. And I sort of thought to myself, yeah, wow, that makes a lot of sense to me. Um, but in understanding that makes a lot of sense, I also had the thought of, that's a shite way to live, you know? And then the next point to me becomes, well, how do you get out of that? Along with thinking, where did that come from? I don't think it comes from that being our purpose, or our purpose in a sense of that's the only purpose that we could choose. Um, I think that's a cultural resource, and um, yeah, it's something that we have been taught to do, or taught a way to live. Um, I'm drawing on a little bit of, if you've ever read any Daniel Quinn, he wrote a book, Ishmael, My Ishmael, and Story of B. Very interesting. Um, but I'm drawing on the idea of, we can't really say that things are universal because we can't really get outside of our own cultural experience. Even, to me, I think about language. Even you can't get beyond the languages that you know really when you want to express certain ideas. But anyway, I think the point becomes now, at least for me, I don't want to live where it's all about the pain, essentially. It's crap. And it feels horrible. And in first thinking of a solution to that problem, maybe it's that we need to pay more attention to the mundane. Maybe figure out a way where our, I don't know, we pay attention to our will, as I guess you said Schopenhauer would call it. And not the will as it's blocked, but the will as it flows unimpeded. I don't know how to do that exactly. Um, yeah, I don't know how to do that, but perhaps thinking about it or realizing that that might be a way to change. Anyway, probably none of this is what you had intended or thought about when you made that video, but that's just where my mind went off with it. So, thanks.